Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Richard N, and today we're going to learn a little bit about AnyDesk. But before that, I will encourage you to make sure you stay to the end of the video so you could actually learn one or two things you could actually do with AnyDesk. It's a very powerful tool. But before we start demonstrations, I'd like to say a little bit things about AnyDesk and quickly bring out my slide. So in case you're wondering what AnyDesk is used for, AnyDesk is a remote access software. This is called remote because it allows you to access someone's laptop from a remote place. This means that if you are living in Germany and someone lives in China, with AnyDesk, you can be able to get access to their computer and probably do one or two things in their computer, while you are in China or in Germany. So that is why it's called a remote access software. So if you are into a remote support or you are a remote worker and then you wish to share file or work on a file remotely, AnyDesk is one of the tools that you might actually be getting used to. So that is about AnyDesk. But then there are a few use cases that actually cite about AnyDesk, and I'd like to mention that. So this is the use cases. So we talk about remote support. So this part means that as an IT professional, you can actually use AnyDesk to remotely connect to your client's devices and then to help them solve technical issues. So perhaps your client bought a software from you and then you are trying to help them install it on their system. Maybe your client is an older, is an older person that does not really understand how tech issues work. You can actually connect your clients, can connect them to AnyDesk and then be able to help them install that software from wherever you are. So long as that client is on the internet, you'll be able to help them uh, install that software using AnyDesk. Then we also have remote work. Of course, remote work allows us to work from any part of the world using the internet. So if you work remotely, you can use AnyDesk to be able to work across any system. As far as that system is connected on the internet, you can be able to get access to it when you get or understand how it works. Then we also have file transfer. So as a user of AnyDesk, you can be able to transfer file between devices. So these are a few use cases for AnyDesk. Now, the next one to talk about is the important features of AnyDesk. So this is where you get to understand the different functions that you can actually achieve with AnyDesk, and one of them is remote control. So, of course, I've explained what a remote worker is. When you are working from another location, perhaps you are working in Nigeria, but the company you work for is located in maybe in Japan or in China or in the US. Okay, so you can actually use this to control other devices from wherever you are, in as much as you have internet. Then, it, AnyDesk also functions as a VPN functionality, or it functions as a VPN tool, which means that since you're already in China and somebody is giving you access to their device in USA, when you get into that system, anything you visit from that person's system will be showing that you are in the US. So that is what they mean by the VPN functionality. Then we also have the privacy mode. So this means that you can actually blacken your screen so that others cannot see what you're working on. And then this can also function as a two-factor authenticator. So AnyDesk has this two-factor authenticator that allows you to be able to authenticate and add an extra layer of security to your system. This all helps you to ensure that the right person are going to be having access to your computer. And then we also have the other feature, which is this part I would like to talk about, the security warning for AnyDesk. So this is actually a warning to enable users to understand that scammers can actually use AnyDesk to steal data, access your codes, and even steal your money. So this is where you have to be careful when you're using AnyDesk. You have to mind who you are giving access to your AnyDesk number or address. Then to avoid this from happening to you, You have to ensure that your password is always strong, and also enable two-factor authentication in your system, so that whenever anybody is trying to connect to you remotely, until you enable this two-factor authentication or you allow them into your computer, they cannot get access. So this is all about the little details I want to talk about AnyDesk. Now let us demonstrate how AnyDesk can be installed and used efficiently. So let us begin. So imagine that you have a boss who lives in the US and is asking you to be able to help him install stuff. Maybe like install something on his computer, or maybe work on a file in his computer. That is where AnyDesk comes in. So I'm going to connect with my boss now. My boss is Cindy or Sugar Ngwaman, and we are going to have this boss install AnyDesk. So I'm going to have to encourage my boss to share the decks, to share their screen, so that I can be able to see what they are doing, right? So my boss is not going to share their screen. So please kindly share your screen so that we can see what you're doing. Okay, the boss is going to share the screen now so that we can see what your screen looks like, and then we're going to instruct them to be able to actually visit AnyDesk website and then install AnyDesk. Ignore. So now that my boss is sharing the screen, the first thing that she will want to do is to visit AnyDesk website. Just open Google and then you're going to type AnyDesk. Okay, you can see that this is AnyDesk website now. So she's going to open it now. Please just open that link. And then when you open the link, the first thing you want to do is you want to look at the screen very well. Now, AnyDesk works in a very, very special way, in the sense that it's going to be able to read what your system property is. And so when you click on download, it's going to give you the file that suits your system. Of course, you know that we have different kind of system depending on the operating system. We have things like, we have Windows, we have MacBook, we have Linux. So when you click on, you can see that we have download, and then we have start business trial. So what we want to click on is download now. When you click on download now, AnyDesk is going to send a file to your system. You can see that the file has started downloading. Okay, so click on it, click on that place so I can see it. So you can see that it has started downloading now. You can see the file. Okay, so now that this has finished downloading now, what we want to do next is to view where this file is located. And to do that, you have to click on that folder icon there. Click on it. Now you can see that we have seen where the file that we downloaded is actually located. You can see there showing us AnyDesk. So what we are going to do next is to encourage our boss to right-click on the file and then run it as an administrator. Cancel it. So you're supposed to run it as an administrator. And once you run it as an administrator, the next thing you're going to see is you're going to have your address. Now, your address is what anybody that wants to connect to your system is going to need to be able to connect to your system. That is what they're going to need to be able to connect to your system. So me now, I'm going to, on my own end here, try to, open up my own AnyDesk. And when I open it now, you can see that I also have my own address here. I also have my own address. And you can see that we have address book here. Can you see where they say enter remote address? Now that remote address is what we have on this your address. So whenever you install AnyDesk, everybody have their own address. I also have my own address. You can see that mine is 12537691192. Then my boss own is 13259987776. So if my boss wants to connect to me now, what I have to do is I have to give her my own address, and then she has to change the address into her own remote address bar. Once she does that, then I'll be able to say, okay, I want to allow her into my laptop, and then she can be able to do something here with me. So because she's my boss and I'm trying to have her do something on her laptop, I have to first of all enter her own address here on my own address book here. So I will enter it now. This is 13259. Oh, sorry. This is 13259987776. When I do that now, I have to hit on enter, and you can see that it is showing connecting. It is showing connecting, and as it is showing connecting, I can see that on her own part now, you can see that this is her screen here. You can see that it is currently showing where she has to either dismiss me or accept my accept my connect request. You can see that now. We have accept, we have dismiss. If she clicks on accept, it means that she has actually allowed me to what? To come into her laptop. And then you can see that we have two kind of accept here. We have the one at the top, which has a shield next to it. And then we have the one at the bottom. The one at the top actually shows that you have more access, like you can be able to access more things in her computer. Then the one at the bottom is actually having lower access. So I'm going to encourage her now to click on the one at the top that has shield next to it. So she's going to click on the one that has shield on it. And then when she click on it now, I'm going to be able to get into her laptop. So you can see now, she has actually given me access now. Okay, she has given me access now. And now you can see that it is not showing me how long I've been connected. You can see it there. And it's also showing me things that I could actually do. You can see if she clicks on this first icon here, showing allow to take control, it means that I'll be able to, to be able to get access to her computer. I'll be able to do a lot of things I want to do in her computer. Okay, that's what that means. So if she allows me to do that now, she can actually click on it. So I will allow her to click on the first icon under default so that I can be able to do things on her computer. Click on it. Okay, now she has clicked on it. So from here now, I cannot do a lot of things in her computer. I can even type her a message. I can type her a message. You can see that there is actually a chat bar here. So when I come here, I can be able to write her a message and do so many other things with her laptop. Okay, so that is just how this thing works here. So on my own part now, if I want her to really get access to, my own laptop, I have to disconnect this, and then also I have to disconnect this, and then give her my own. I can actually give her my own address to be able to log into her own this thing. So she has to disconnect me from her own now, and then I have to now give her my own address. Okay, so this is still my address. I can actually get access to her own computer as well. So I'm going to also encourage her again to be able to show us how she was able to get access to my own computer. So please share your screen one more time. Okay, now she's sharing her screen. Please launch your AnyDesk. Just press on your Windows button and then type AnyDesk. It's going to come up. Go to your download folder and then, just like, okay, look at it there. Just click on the file one more time. Okay, now this is it. So now where they wrote your enter remote address, that's where you are going to have to enter my own address. So click on that remote address, and then my own address is 1253 769 192. Hit enter. So you can now see that she's now requesting for my access. And at this point now, I have to just say, okay, I have to accept her by clicking on this place. And when I do that now, I can actually do a lot of things here, like select this full access. And when I select on full access, I have to come here and say what? Accept. Now, I'm now allowing her full access into my computer. At this point now, she can actually be able to type a message for me here. Now you can see that she's currently in my system. She can actually write me a message. Please show us your AnyDesk screen so that we can see what you're doing. Okay. This is your AnyDesk screen now. So you are now in my system. Just try to navigate my system, like try to do other things in my system. Use my, you can actually use my, Windows, this thing. You can get to see things on my laptop and all of that. So this is just how to use AnyDesk. Let me allow a little privacy mode, blah, blah, blah. No, I don't want that. Allow to use file access. Yes, let me allow you to use my file access. So you cannot be able to see my entire screen. So on your own now, try to press my Windows button. Just press Windows button on my system. On your own system, press Windows button. You can now see that you have launched my Windows button. So you can actually search anything there and you're able to see it. Just type anything you want to use. You can be able to use anything. You can see that. Okay, now you can actually see, just press. Okay, let me see that you want to play music on my system. Type Ababan now. Just type AB, AB. You can see it there now. You're typing more than necessary. Just go back, remove that, another A. Remove another A, then look at it. Look at Ababan there. So click on Ababan now. You can see now you're currently playing music on my system. You can see it now. You're playing music on my system. Now, go to that same Windows button. Go to that Windows button. Search for Notepad. So that I can show you that you can actually type a Notepad on my system from wherever you are. So open it. Now type a message or just type a document here for me so I can see you typing. So you can see now that you are actually typing document on my system. You can still press on the Windows button again and then type Microsoft Word. Type now just hit enter. So you can see that my boss actually is able to type documents from wherever she is remotely on my system. So just try to type something here. You can type, my name is your boss. I'm your boss. This is your new job, or this is your new task. So you can see that my boss actually is typing a message from where she is. I don't have to control her. She's controlling my laptop, and it is going to continue being like that until we close this for the day. So this is just how AnyDesk is working. And make sure that whenever you want to allow somebody into your system, make sure that you give the person the right permission. If not, the person will not be able to do whatever you want them to do. When the person wants to come into your laptop, you need to click here. Then you click on full access. This means that the person can actually do a lot of things on your laptop. I mean, the person is going to have full access, and then that is before you're going to, click on accept or reject. So that is just how this works. Now, if she wants to do anything like file transfer, she can actually do it from her own system, and she'll be able to get access to all my files here. There will be no issue. So that is just how it works, and this is just how it is. So when you are done with the person that you want to have this with, you can actually click on disconnect to have them go away from your laptop. Click on disconnect, and they will be what? They will be done with your machine. Now their access is limited. So anytime you want to have access to your boss computer, you want them to do something, or you want them to be able to do something for you, or you want them you want to have access to their machine, what you have to do is come to your address book here. You come to the address book here, and then you're going to have to in fact, when you now come to your address book here, you need to enter their what? Enter their address, which is 13259987776, and then you hit enter. Once you hit enter, they are going to see the request. Now, when they see the request, now they have to click on that default on the screen and then select full access. You have to click on that default. No, you see the profile, click on previous session, click on it, then select full access. Can you see there? Select full access. Now click on accept, the first accept. Okay, now I'm now able to access the computer, and from here I can be able to do many things. I can be able to control her computer and all of that. So if I want to say, okay, I want to type her, if I want to press her Windows now, I don't know why this is not working. That's because she's using Windows 10, I'm using Windows 11. Anyway, now this is just it, guys. So if I want to control our system, it's actually become easier because I now have full access. I can actually go to the Windows button here and then control whatever I want to control. And that is just how it works. So AnyDesk is not a tool that should be making anybody to be panicking. It's actually very much easy to use. When you are into somebody's computer, you can be able to do whatever you like. You know, as much as they give you that full access, you can be able to do whatever you like, and you can control their system. You can be able to write documents on their system. You can be able to play music on their system, and that is just how it works.